Out to the 25-yard line.
Ready, flag, what's that? Escape situation, let's go.
First down, Winston. And incomplete to open things up.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Let's go, B, let's go.
Jameis to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Ready, blue ready. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take it.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Play action now, Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Taking it about the 16. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45, and the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. The first carry now. This is Johnson. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Noah Spence able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
From the 24, Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Winston. Able to find Deion Kane, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. On first down, here's Breida. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 44, Winston. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Nice little nifty play for him there. You know, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Man, he just ran a terrific route. Extremely hard to defend when it's run that precisely and the ball's delivered that accurately.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford flushed out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets?
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And find Galladay, that's complete. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Matt Breida, 76 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 35. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 25 yards that time. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. 40 got. 40 got. Watch the twin.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Man, I got 53.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Set. 180. Omaha, ready, move.
C.J. Anderson of the game. He gets it here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Set. 280. 55. Switch. Slam. Alert. Hey, 50.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Winston connecting with Howard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Jameis now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Here's Winston. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Deion Kane, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now 21-0. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
32. Double right.
On first down, Stafford here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
55, my God, 55.
Second and 10, Stafford again. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, it's Stafford. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I'm coming back.
A loss of 5. It's 4th down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
The Bucs take over first and 10
Let's go.
at their own 21-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
Lady, zero.
Lions take over first and 10.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Lady, 70.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
65.
Buccaneers 17-yard.
On second down now, it's Johnson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a first down on a gain of 10. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They'll run it with Johnson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare. Middle. Stay 50, stay 50.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now 4th down and goal.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Zoo.
I got him.
50. Small.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones in the final seconds of the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Prater for the extra point, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, fellas.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it now. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Running for it. Here's Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Monday.
From the gun, Stafford. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Evans. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Looking for Perriman, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
It's interesting going into this game. There's so much talk from both sides about who will control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Stafford on 1st down. He'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Anderson. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Matthew Stafford, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point good by Prater, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back, and he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
That was a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
55. 10. Omaha, ready to move. Hey, orbit. Bang, 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 bang. Hey, check right. Let's go now, let's go.
To throw again. Stafford, he got his tight end over the middle. T.J. Hockenson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 13. Sponge. No. Shift. Watch the shift.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
So they will go for it. Stanford. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And the aggressive play call simply does not work out. You're on your own side of the field here. Punt it, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that. There's a time for analytics and a time for being aggressive, but not with this field position. There's also a time for good old football 101 sense.
Yeah.
Punt it away. Let your defense take over with better field position.
At the 49-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. It's complete. Deion Kane working the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his.
And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Rashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers. Gay is on for the point after. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Buccaneers 34, Lions 14. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Right here, right here.
And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
It's our time.
They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
That's track. 0. Go, go. 55.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Stafford. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
It's now 2nd and 7.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Ready? You ready? Check, check. You got first down. You got first down.
On 1st and 10 is counter. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
A give to the brother of J.J. This is Derek Watt. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready? Black 25. Ready, triple C. Football's the Mike. Mike's football. I got it. Flip it, flip it, flip it. 44's the Mike. 44's Mike. Check, check. Watch the run, watch the run. Let's go.
On third down, Winston escaping the pressure right. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that lead will move from 20 up now to 23. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
You ready? You ready? You ready?
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4's kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Check. Hey, Delta. Check. 45 to Mike. Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Stafford. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. And it is incomplete. It was the linebacker, Devin White, there to knock it away. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
Come on, now. Come on, now.
On 1st down, it's Connor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They run again with Breida. Oh, now Breida loses it, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 22. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd and 9, Stafford. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Elsewhere, they're into the fourth at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Texans, they have scored again and moved in front by a couple of touchdowns. And if they could hold on to that lead, it would be win number 4 on the season for them. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. And that's off the mark, incomplete. The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson. That'll bring up second down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
No. Off. Zero.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meet.
Johnson odds poke free. Football's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
And they will take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field position.